Hey travel fans, welcome back to Laura's Travel Talk. Today we are going to go to the breathtaking and fabulous Norway. Oh, when we went to Norway, we went on a cruise. That's our cruise ship with Celebrity. And it is unbelievably gorgeous when you see all the fjords and the beauty of the geography around you. So I'm going to take you and walk you through what we did on our cruise. And I'll give you the highlights and the hiccups. There's a couple big hiccups. So stay tuned. Here we go. So the first stop on our trip was to Bergen. Bergen is known as the gateway to the fjords. And that Bryggen Wharf is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And then there is in Fløyen funicular. You can take that up to get some stunning views of the city. And then there's also a cable car in Ulriken, and it goes to the highest point in Bergen for you to enjoy. And then my tips would be arrive early because you're going to have a lot of crowds coming off of cruise ships, and bring a rain jacket. Bergen is the rainiest city in all of Norway. Have fun. So our next stop is Flåm. And the Flåm Railway is one of the most beautiful train rides that you can take in the world. It's an UNESCO-listed fjord at the dramatic cliffs of Norway Fjord. And then you can go up to Stavanger Viewpoint, which is a panoramic platform overlooking the fjord. Look at that. It was beautiful. Or you can take one of these rib boat safaris and just go high speed through the water through those fjords, and you can't lose. It's just so breathtaking there. My tips would be book your train tickets in advance. For the Flåmsbana, it sells out quickly. Pack layers because the weather can change very quickly. But go and enjoy because it is gorgeous. So the next stop on our beautiful trip to Norway is Geiranger. And the Geirangerfjord is a stunning UNESCO listed fjord, and it is home to the Seven Sisters waterfall, which is an iconic natural landmark. There's my husband there enjoying the scenery. And then they have Eagle Road, which is a bunch of hairpin bends and scenic viewpoints, because you can see down there on the left, our cruise ship is down at the bottom. And then I put those little bicycle icons in there to show you that you can ride down on all those little hairpin turns. And it is absolutely stunning and beautiful until it's not. Yeah, somebody got in a bicycle accident on the side of the mountain. So I put these in here, and they are, yes, so ever flattering pictures, but I put these in here as a huge travel tip for when you are traveling on a cruise. If you go on an excursion when you are on a cruise and there is the slightest hint of the possibility of injury or getting hurt, book it through the cruise ship. Because you can see there, I have stitches in my eyebrow. I sliced it open. My black eye continued to get progressively worse as the day went on. My sunglasses jammed into my eyes. My lip, I have a fat lip. And then most importantly, I broke my arm. I broke my elbow. Which, a joint on your body is not a fun thing to break. But I will say that because we booked everything through Celebrity, they were falling over themselves, making sure I was okay. The EMTs took me down to the ship and down to the infirmary. I had x-rays, I had pain medication, I had my cast fixed twice. Every day they'd call me and see if I wanted anything, needed anything. They reimbursed me for the excursions, and not to mention they gave my husband and I a free cruise, and we went to Northern Europe on that one. I'm just saying. Anyway, Celebrity Cruises. So next up we have Ålesund. They say Ålesund. What makes it great? Well, it's got Art Nouveau architecture. It is beautifully restored buildings because they had a big fire, I guess, in 1904. So they're gorgeous. You can go up to the Oxla viewpoint, which is 418 steps up to an incredible city view. Look at that. Oh, it was fantastic. And then they also have an Atlantic Sea Park, Atlanterhavsparken. I worked on my Norwegian. And it's one of the largest aquariums in Europe. And then, if you're really an adventurer, you can go hiking on Sukkertoppen, which is Sugartop, and you can go up there and look at that view from up there. I don't know if I'd be doing that jump, but okay. But bring binoculars for lots of scenery, and bird watching is fantastic on this island. And you can use the hop on, hop off bus for sightseeing. That's what we were able to do. Fantastic. Enjoy. Next up, we're going to Stavanger, or as they say, Stavanger. So it's got some cool natural wonders. So this is Pulpit Rock, that giant flat top rock on top, and look at how high up it is. It's fantastic. So there's my friends on the boat. Bye, have fun. Anyway, then there is this. This is stunning. This is Kiratsbolten. It's a boulder wedged between two cliffs, and you can go out on it if you're a real thrill seeker. No, I don't think so. And then they have the Old Stavanger, which is 18th century wooden houses, which is awesome. And they have museums and all kinds of little things you can walk around, look at the cobblestone streets. And then they also have Sola Beach, which is one of Norway's best beaches. So get your hiking gear on and take that 5-hour round trip up to Pulpit Rock and see what adventure that brings you. So let's talk about the Northern Lights, which is the ultimate experience. We did not see the Northern Lights because they're not a guarantee, but they are just stunning if you get the opportunity to see them. And then you can go to Tromsø for Northern Lights tours. You can go to Lofoten Island for scenic fishing villages. And then you can go to Alta, which is a top location for Aurora Borealis hunting. And they have ice hotels. Look at these bad boys. Those are pretty cool. You know, they have rooms, they have snow domes, they have single rooms, they have rooms with multiple beds. Look at the fireplace. What? And then they're just, oh God, they just look like a fantasy world to me. And then look at this. What beautiful wedding pictures would those be? You kidding me? Gorgeous. So I hope that you are able to get up there and see the Northern Lights. I have only seen the Northern Lights in the state of Washington. I have never seen them in Norway or Sweden or Finland when I was up there. So give it a shot. Okay, let's look at some of this food. So I got to taste a lot of this food of Norway, any Scandinavian dishes, when I lived in northern Minnesota, because they eat the rackfish and the lutefisk and the lefse. Yeah. So that is a rackfish there, and that's made from usually trout or char. But lutefisk is a whitefish, and it's usually from cod or burbot, and it is cured in lye and then dried out. And then when they thaw it to eat it, it takes on like a gelatinous texture when it's rehydrated prior to eating it. I'm starting to see why you have all those onions and scallions on there. Anyway, they put it all on the lefse. The lefse is a Norwegian bread. It's kind of like a tortilla. If you live in the Americas, you're used to tortillas. Okay, well, that's how they talk. And you can roll it up. Also, you can make it sweet or savory. Sometimes they'll do like a cream cheese and a berry, like you can see in that picture, or they do a savory with, vegetables, but they'll put some of that lutefisk or that rackfish in there and eat it. Interesting. So then we have Norway's famous sweet brown cheese. That looks like a wedge of butterscotch that I would like to sink my teeth into, but no, it's brown cheese. What's brown cheese, you say? It's cheese made from whey. It's real similar to like a Marmite. If you know anybody from New Zealand or Australia, they eat that Marmite on their toast for breakfast. It kind of tastes like vitamins to me, but to each his own. I'm sure we eat stuff here that's weird to Norwegians. And then lastly, they have Fårikål, which is a lamb and cabbage stew. It's Norway's national dish. Now that looks good. That looks good with those peppercorns and that cabbage. Yummy. And then lastly, let's look at the traditional Scandinavian spirit of akvavit. It's distilled from potatoes, and it's usually flavored with something like caraway seeds or dill. Okay, I can get behind that dill alcohol. Love it. So interesting stuff, but you can see why there's a lot of sour cream and onions on some of those fishes because, well, really the lutefisk. Have fun. So a couple of tips for traveling in Norway. You can use public transportation because they have excellent trains and ferries and buses. Bring a rain jacket because weather is super unpredictable even in the summer. Expect high prices. Norway is expensive, so budget accordingly. Sell out quickly is the word of the day for all those cruise tours that I told you. And check out a lot of the local bakeries too. And there's a lot of fish, of course, because they live there off of the water. But I will tell you, Norway is an absolutely breathtaking place, and you should get up there and see it. And hopefully you can get there when there's the northern lights, because they are so broad in the vast sky and don't have all the city light pollution everywhere. But it is an unforgettable experience. And I thank you for watching the channel and following along with me on Laura's Travel Talk. I couldn't do it without you. And if you have someplace else that you want me to review, leave it down in the chat. And I would love you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. But until next week, be careful eating the lutefisk.